Okay, so do you guys like are you guys like obsessed with like television and movies and books and stuff and music? Cuz I am like I feel like there all that stuff is so important to me. Like I really don't know why. Like it doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm being brainwashed. I honestly believe that. I think looking at pretty people say amazing things and doing amazing things is simply amazing, and it's fun. It's just entertaining to watch because you wish that you were doing something like that and you want to be like them. And then you go and look at their actual, the person that's playing the part, and you see these cool glam outfits and what their quotes are and who they're dating and how much money they make and what kind of car they drive and what concerts they go to and what award shows they go to and how big their house is. You just hear all this gossip. It just goes on and on. I think almost every person that is part of the, watches TV and movies and stuff wants to be part of Hollywood. I'm sure there's a lot of people that say they don't. I'm sure there's a lot of people actually that do not like attention. I think that's so odd. What kind of person doesn't like attention? Probably one that is depressed. Somebody that doesn't feel good about themselves. Somebody that isn't confident. I don't understand why somebody wouldn't be confident. I don't understand why can't people say what's on their mind? Why can't everyone own the spotlight? I would seriously like to see some people I know in Hollywood. Like, I think that'd be really cool to see people I actually knew make a movie. I'd want to see like who was good and who wasn't. Like kind of like a reality, like people trying to be famous kind of thing. I wonder if that would work. Like American Idol worked the first season. I think reality TV is kind of stupid. Like except for like the idea I just had. Like I feel like what's the point of watching reality if it's not reality? Like I wonder if Laguna Beach was actually reality. Like I feel like there should be more reality shows that were like Laguna Beach, except like there should be like a hick show, like On the Farm, but it should be like teenage drama and like the responsibility, like there should be like videos of like people like milking cows and like picking out eggs from like the chicken pen and stuff, and like working in the fields, riding horses, and then like these romantic like moonlit walks in the field and like having sex in the barn. Like yeah, like I feel like I would watch that. Yeah. But like American Idol and like okay, I feel like the whole X Factor versus American Idol thing was absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying that Britney Spears made a bad decision by leaving the show. Honestly, I would have done the same thing. But I feel like the fact that she needed to leave or whatever because she wasn't dramatic and crazy enough was stupid. Like, I feel like Simon is a double crosser. Like, what they're doing to that fat girl, I forgot her name, like that Honey Boo Boo, whatever. That's what they wanted to do to Britney Spears and Demi Lovato on the X Factor. In a different way. Like, Britney Spears will never lose all her dignity. Like, even when she shaved her head, she made that famous. Like, I can't think of another pop star, female pop star, that shaved their head in a crazy ass whatever she was going through. She was the first one that did that. It was her thing. She shaved her head. She made it famous. She's just unique. She did everything. I can't think of another star like that besides like Michael Jackson or Madonna. Like literally, like Britney Spears seriously is going to be like a legend. Like when she dies, whenever, she will never leave the spotlight. I feel more of Hollywood should be like her. I can't think of anyone that it comes close to measuring up. I think the closest person I could think of that on my ranking list that would come close to Britney Spears is Leonardo DiCaprio. And he's barely in the spotlight. Like, I feel like why do we need to watch reality TV? Like, that really is like the whole Big Brother thing. Like, and that's, I think they want you to think that life is actually like that. Like, they really want you to start acting like that. I've thought about like if TV actually kills brain cells. Like in someone like me who actually like goes deeper into it, like in all my shows, I've always like thought about like what was beneath the surface, like in the writing and the story and like in the actors' actual lives, like how did the actor's life like translate to film? Like what was going on like during the acting, like in their life, like what made them be able to act like so, you know, good or, you know, like legit in that scene. Like what in their past life did they experience to help them go into the film? And I've just always tried to figure out so many like things like that. And most people don't. Most people take things at face value. Don't understand why that is. I don't understand why do people not want to see what's beneath? Why are people wanting to be lied to? I do not like lies, manipulations, brainwashing, conspiracies. All needs to go. I think people need to be able to make their own decisions. I think the government really doubts us. Like, they don't trust us to be able to make the best decision. Like, even with religion and everything, like, making us, like, try to follow the rules. Like, some people, obviously. Not everyone. But a lot of religion, you know, makes people want to obey and follow the rules and do all the right stuff. But America and the government, Obama or whatever, doesn't really trust that that's enough. So, did you see Argo? If you saw Argo, you have seen that the FBI and Hollywood have already worked together. And there was another thing. I watched on the History Channel that the Germans, like with the Hitler administration, had a German filmmaker make Brainwashing Titanic movie. And it had this like German hero and there was like Jewish like villains. And I thought that was kind of weird. Like, that really influences us. Like, how do we know like what is the brainwashing and what is actually like original work that was influenced by someone's heart and mind and soul, their own pen and paper, or something that was been changed, edited to be, you know, okay by the government standards? Like, how do we know? I feel like movies like Cloud Atlas and The Hunger Games are not influenced by the government. I feel like that's kind of obvious, but I could be wrong. You know, maybe the government actually wants you to see. Or maybe, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with that. Men in Black? I don't know. I haven't really seen it. I know that's kind of weird. Really weird. No, I haven't seen it. So I don't know. But Twilight, I really don't know. I don't know. I feel like the whole vampire thing. Okay, I know True Blood is probably not with the government. I really don't think True Blood has anything to do with the government. So that makes me think like vampires are kind of out of it. But what's up with this whole Abraham Lincoln fascination? They want you to be thinking about the government, like Abraham Lincoln. Like, I haven't seen any of the Abraham Lincoln movies, so I honestly don't know exactly what they were trying to say. But I do know whoever made them, whether it was the government or Hollywood, they want you to be focused on freeing slaves or like giving black people their rights. So maybe that's like pro Obama. They want you to be in support of Obama because Abraham Lincoln was in support of black people. Now, I am not really going to say if I think that's really the right thing to do. I honestly think that as a libertarian, I could care less if the president was black or not, you know, but I think using a movie to support a particular person, you know, subconsciously is wrong. Very wrong. And I really don't think it could have been that good of a movie. What about this whole Zero Dark 30 thing? Like, I didn't see that either. I don't really like these kind of movies, but they want you to think that the situation is under control, I guess. That's what they want you to think. But the question is it? Is it under control? I feel like it's not really our business to be over there, but at the same time, like, they did attack us, but like, who really attacked us? Whose idea was it to attack us? Do we really know like the details of like the attack? Like, I don't really think that's like public, you know, knowledge. I think it's kind of confidential. I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff was planned. Like, okay, for example, I could get shot for this. I really could. A lot of people have been getting shot after they were speaking out, so I really hope I don't die. If it helps, I am crazy, so maybe I'm crazy right now. But these shootings, right? These shootings, the school, the children, the, you know, whatever. This happened right before the gun control thing happened, right? So, like, how do we know that the government didn't hire someone to kill a whole bunch of kids to make everybody be like, oh my god, we gotta take away the guns? Like, that seems like a pretty good excuse to take away the guns. They have so many secrets from us. I'm not going and pointing fingers at anyone. I'm not saying it's the government. It could be an anti-gun group. It could be anyone. I don't know. Maybe the person that did it was against guns, and so he wanted to get them taken away. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you have to be, like, aware that these things are happening and be, like, reading between the lines. Like, most people don't really care. I don't know. I feel like we should be focused on getting our freedom back. Do we really want to be like China? No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with China. I'm just saying, why do we need to be like China? I thought that, you know, in the Declaration of Independence, which is, by the way, called the Declaration of Independence. That's the document that our country was founded on. If you didn't hear of it, I don't know. But it was the Declaration of Independence. Why are we having our independence taken away? And why are we supporting this? And why are we... Okay, in my news, my local San Antonio news, I saw that the city may be forcing people who are drinking at a bar to drink so many non-alcoholic drinks in between the alcoholic ones, just like to keep people sober. I know that's not like prohibition, but I feel like it's pretty damn close. And having any kind of mandated like drinking rules, like about how much you can actually drink, like as soon as freedoms like begin being taken away, like more and more will be taken away. Like that's the way it works. Like it starts with a little bit of thing. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I don't want people to be driving on the roads. Like, what if they ran into someone? Blah blah blah. Okay, if they ran into someone, then that's between that person and that other person's family. And it's none of our business. And it's none of the government's business. And it's none of the bar's business. And there are laws about people running into other people while they are drunk. It is still against the law to drive drunk. But having our freedom taken away so that we don't drive drunk isn't fair. Just like, okay, prohibition stopped, right? We got our alcohol back, blah, blah, blah. End of story. Everybody was happy because how many alcoholics and people that drink actually get into accidents? I'd like to see that number. I'd like to see the percentage of people that drink on a weekly or monthly basis as to how many actually get in accidents. How many innocent lives have been lost because somebody was drinking too much and drove? Maybe the rule shouldn't be how much you drink or how many non-alcoholic beverages you have to have, but that there needs to be someone to drive you home. That is not, but at the same time, that's again taking away your freedom. I really don't see that the answer is taking away our freedom. I would like to have my freedom. I would like to make my own choices. I'd like to be the adult that I am, the smart person that I am, with the freedom to make my own decisions in life. If I want to get a gun and go crazy in a forest where there was nobody around, I want to have the freedom to do that. I'm not saying that I would. I'm just saying I'd like to have the freedom to do that. I would like to have the freedom to go naked in areas that are designated naked areas. I'm not saying that I would. I'm just saying I would like to have the freedom. I would like to have the freedom to live in a polygamist community. I'm not saying that I would. I'm saying I'd like to have the freedom to do that. I would like to have the freedom to say fuck in front of a child and do whatever the hell I want. I would like to have the freedom to read all the banned books and see porn at age 8. I'm not saying that I would. I'm saying I would like to have the freedom. I would like to have the freedom to sell my body. Not saying that I would. I'm saying I would like to have the freedom. There's a lot of things I'd like to be able to do. I'd like to be able to download content off the internet. Not saying that I would. I'm saying I'd like to have the freedom. I'd like to have the freedom to smoke or do drugs. Any kind of drug. At any time. I'd like to have the freedom to kill myself. Not saying that I would. Saying I'd like to have the freedom. I think the only laws that we need to have are meddling in other people's business. I think meddling in someone else's business is seriously wrong. Trespassing, stealing someone's, murdering someone. There's a lot of things that are considered meddling in someone else's business. Like, I could make a list. I really don't think I need to. I think it's obvious that if I'm doing something against someone else, that should be wrong. Like, raping someone, you know? I don't know. I really, really hope that you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. I understand that the majority of people on the earth are stupid and not free thinking, brainwashed. But I really, really hope that you guys kind of get what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that everyone that watched this video is stupid. I'm really not. I'm just saying the majority of people that watch this video are probably stupid. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate this. I really hope that you guys like what I'm trying to say here and that you like my videos. I really feel like this could be a really cool place for me to speak my mind and, you know, talk to people. I'd like to talk to people about stuff that's on my mind, stuff that's on their mind. I'd like to see that, but yeah. Okay, hit me up. Thanks.